Deep in the mountains of Japan, there is a rusted sign at the entrance of a dark tunnel. It reads, "The Japanese Constitution does not apply past here." Past this tunnel lies Inunaki Village, a place completely erased from official maps. People who go in simply do not come out. Welcome to the dark side of the map. From the cursed hospitals of Korea to the suicide forests, these are 10 forbidden locations in Asia you must never visit. Gonjiam Psychiatric Hospital in South Korea. Once a fully functioning mental asylum, it was abandoned overnight in the 1990s. The official story says it was due to sewage problems. The locals say it was because patients and doctors started dying under mysterious circumstances, especially those who tried to open room 402. Urban explorers who break in report invisible hands grabbing them and the sound of screaming echoing from the lower floors. If you find room 402 open, run. Lawang Sewu in Indonesia. Its name translates to 1,000 doors, and behind every single one of them is a dark history. During World War II, the basement of this building was used as a brutal interrogation camp. The concrete walls absorbed the pain of thousands. Guards refused to patrol the basement at night. They say the ghosts of the headless victims still wander the flooded halls, looking for a way out. Bangar Fort in India. It is the only legally haunted place in the country. The government has placed a sign forbidding anyone to enter after sunset. Legend says a dark sorcerer cursed the city, declaring that no roof could ever be built without collapsing. To this day, the houses remain roofless and the ruins belong to the dead. Locals who stayed past sunset have vanished completely or were found the next day completely insane. They say the sorcerer's shadow still roams the stone corridors. Hashima Island, or Battleship Island in Japan. It was once the most densely populated place on Earth, a concrete city floating in the ocean. Now, it is a massive tomb. Thousands of miners worked and died in the brutal, cramped underwater coal mines here. The city was abandoned in the 70s, leaving everything exactly as it was. Explorers who step onto the island report hearing pickaxes hitting stone deep underground and feeling wet, invisible hands trying to pull them down into the flooded, pitch-black shafts. Old Changi Hospital in Singapore. Built by the British, it was seized during World War II and turned into a secret police torture camp. The walls of this hospital have seen unimaginable pain. The morgue and the hidden underground bunkers are considered the most spiritually active places in the entire country. Ghost hunters have captured audio of disembodied screams. If you walk these halls at night, do not look back if you hear the squeaking wheels of a gurney rolling up behind you. Takakanonuma Frolic Park in Japan. Hidden deep in the foggy mountains, this amusement park was shut down twice. Officially, for poor ticket sales. Unofficially, because too many people died on the rides. Today, the rusted metal is swallowed by the forest. But urban explorers who find it in the dense fog report hearing the faint sound of carnival music and children laughing in the empty woods. The scariest part is the abandoned mascot costumes scattered in the dirt. Visitors swear that if you look away, the mascots change their positions, watching you from the tree line. The Clark Air Base Hospital in the Philippines. This abandoned military facility was a vital trauma center during the Vietnam War. Countless soldiers took their final, agonizing breaths inside these walls. Now, it is considered one of the most haunted places on Earth. Guards refuse to enter the buildings at night, reporting heavy footsteps, violently thrown objects, and the voices of soldiers calling for help. The most aggressive spirits reside in the emergency room. If you visit, you might feel a sudden drop in temperature, followed by the terrifying sensation of cold hands pulling you into the dark. The Mingxiong Ghost House in Taiwan. This once grand brick mansion from the 1920s is now completely strangled by the massive twisting roots of banyan trees. The family who built it fled suddenly decades ago. Legend says the property is cursed by the spirit of a maid who threw herself into the deep stone well in the courtyard after a tragic betrayal. Locals will not go near the ruins after dark. Those who look down into the overgrown well say they can see a pale, wet face looking back up from the black water, waiting for someone to join her in the depths. The Ghost Tower of Bangkok. Sathorn Unique Tower is a massive, 49-story concrete skeleton looming over the city. Construction stopped in 1997, and it was left to rot. It is officially closed to the public, heavily guarded, and deeply feared. Locals believe the tower was built on top of a former graveyard, tracking the angry spirits inside its concrete walls. Urban explorers who bribe their way inside report seeing shadowy figures standing on the unrailed balconies and hearing footsteps echoing up the pitch-black elevator shafts, coming straight for them. We return to where we started. If you pass the warning sign and walk all the way through the dark tunnel, you will reach Inunaki Village, a place that officially does not exist. Legend says the villagers lived in extreme isolation and went completely insane. Electronic devices stopped working here, but the rusted, disconnected phone booth at the edge of the village still rings at midnight. If you answer it, you will hear nothing but a low, raspy breathing. And then you will realize the breathing isn't coming from the phone. It's coming from right behind you. The most terrifying places aren't always on a map. Sometimes, watching videos like this opens a door in your own mind. A door that lets them in. Are you sure you are alone right now? Subscribe to Urban Tales and lock your doors. Because tonight, you are no longer the only one in the room.